but it is possible, I assure you, that Mario can actually move before this character even says his ominous boss beginning dialogue. Greetings, I am Culex, Dark Knight of Vanda. I have crossed into this dimension to fight for the Dark Mage, but this world is uninhabitable for me and my kind. I must return to my own world. Before I go, though, I would like to challenge your strongest knight. Will you accept my challenge? Will you enter combat against me? Yes, let's do it. En garde. So, this was the first game where I absolutely fell in love with this Final Fantasy music, not really even knowing this is Final Fantasy music. Culex has this very ominous dialogue. I am matter. I am antimatter. I can see your past. I can see your future. I consume time, and I will consume you. Alright, so first things first. I'll go ahead and chip away at these crystals. I like how they're all bullying Mario. It's like, come on, man. Also refill my flower points. BAM! There's one. Alright, I guess it's down to the rock candies. So this is what this item does. Notice it's the same little animation as the meteor storm attack. So typically you only want to use these rock candy items on, like, you know, fights that have a lot of enemies. You don't want to use it when there's only one enemy standing. It's more important to use the rock candy items here. And see how many freebies I get? Like, this game is way too nice. Move, bro. Bam! Wow, look at that, 28 damage on the princess. That's pretty insane. Oh, look at that attack stat boost. One thing I find funny is see, that is a jingle from Final Fantasy. Ah, and so is this. The crystal calls. Your spirit is strong. Thank you, brave knight. I will treasure this memento of my journey here. Perhaps in another time, another game. Hint, hint. We may have been mortal enemies. Let us part as comrades in arms. Take this. Treasure it as a keepsake of our fight. Quartz Charm. Farewell, champion knight. So what's cool is once I walk out this door, it solidifies into a wall and I can never return. Level is one of my favorite musical tracks on Mario RPG period. Now, fun fact about me is I played 7 years of percussion in school. So 3 years in middle school and 4 years in high school. Now, as a percussionist, like, check this music track out. It's got like snare drum, it's got like all sorts of like industrial like sounding pieces of music. Okay, ready for our final section of the game. Calm down, mushrooms. Secrets. Alright, my only complaint, this Ultra Hammer is actually a step down from the Lazy Shell, so I'm gonna ignore that. My only complaint is I've never have been a huge fan of boss rush stuff. To me, it's kind of like, I mean, look at a game like Castlevania, which So that's kind of what this section is like. It gets a little bit too boss rushy for me. Notice how we can't go back. In fact, it has spawned us into a different actual locality. We have a save point. We cannot go back, period. So when I first did play this, and I'm like, okay, boss fight, thank goodness, I immediately, instinctually, reflexively save, right? And then it dawns on me, I'm like, wait a second, I can't go back. Like, I thought that the world, like maybe I had passed this point of no return and I could not, even though I had side quests I wanted to do and had not yet done, I thought I was stuck in the factory forever. But notice that room right there that you just saw is a one-time use room only. Notice where this heads me back at. So I can never go back to that room that I was just at. Isn't that cool? So indeed, I actually can leave the factory. Oh yeah. So I think, do I fall here? Yeah, there's a actual reason to fall at some point in this. And look. Alright, these are actually pretty easy to dodge, but there are these falling arrows that can stun you, actually. Exactly that. But check out the experience. It actually is pretty hefty here. Like, we got 36 for that one. When we get these... Oh, man. The last one here is boss fights of Mac. Remember our very first star fight? I think we get like... Oh! 50 experience points for each of those. Ay, caramba. Royal syrup. Oh man. What's cool is you can actually, if you press up, re-flip back up without having to actually land on the ground, if that makes sense. Chunks of EXP for sure, but... And a max mushroom. Stuff that we really don't need. But by trying to run and failing, typically you're even worse at disadvantage, because then it's like, oh yeah, you then have to in the game. Okay, if I can't get past these sections, I'll be very mad at myself. And yes, you can do like more than one per cycle here, but I'm just trying to be careful. Go slow. Okay, one more jump to do. Ah, look at that, Mario. You're not completely useless after all. Oh, I almost had it. It's on this stream already. Alright, this is it. So we can actually come up here for a few final treasure chests, and there it is. With that, I now have perfectly maxed out my flowers. 99 flower points. Yes! Honestly, that doesn't happen very often, so I'm pretty proud of myself. So we do have to defeat one enemy here to break this brick. So sadly, there goes our awesome factory music. We got a little bit ways to go though. Clerk, production on schedule. This, despite the fact that Mac, Boyer, Yuridovich, and the Axum Rangers were defeated. At this rate, Smithy will have a new army in no time. A new army? You can't be making more weapons. Haven't you caused enough trouble already? Oh yeah? Who are you? This is the Mario. Give up now while you still have a chance. Shut down production now, or he'll stomp ya. What did you say, you little puffball? Mad Mallet, trash him. So... Ha! Hope you learned your lesson. We're almost there, Mario. Come on. So what's cool is, notice the little flunkies are coming out in color, right? What do you suppose this switch does? Nothing's happening. Dun dun dun. Oh, what's that funny face, Mario? Oh, I know. You're trying to make me look, aren't you? I'm not gonna fall for that one. Nope. attack! Help me, Mario! Boy, that was scary. I guess the green switch controls the crane. Mario! Phew. I finally made it up here. Let me help you guys out. Princess! I'm sorry I snuck out without telling you or the Chancellor. I just wanted things to get back to normal. I wanted to do my part to help. Princess. Yes, that's it. Any job that lets me help both Mario and the princess is worthwhile. You're gonna help both of us? Well, I carried all I could. Now what could you use? Maxed out and everything, so... Alright, and our final rock candy. Alright, in the next room here, they're getting their paint job. So notice that little green poof? They're coming in all like grayscale, and then they're getting the paint on him. Not so fast. You sure are a cocky bunch. I rule this world, don't you forget it. It's Mario. I like how they completely ignore Bowser. Mac 2 and Eurovich 2 didn't stop him. No, leave Mario out of this. I'm the one you need to worry about, not him. Mario, you're about to make the longest jump of your life. You're ignoring me. Well... I love this haiku. Like the moon over the day, my genius and brawn are lost on these fools. Sometimes we all just need a pat on the shell. Well... sadly. That was scary, but we can't run away now. We've got to kick these lowlifes out of our world. Freebies. Oh yeah, I forgot there's one more little semi-boss fight. But see what I mean? It's like, it's kind of just way too boss rushy for my personal taste in The production line hasn't faltered. Look, Mario, this is where the weapons come from. I believe isn't the more correct grammatical line, this is where the weapons, this is from where the weapons come. To find the last star piece and stop the factory, we've got to defeat him first. Mario, there's no turning back now. Are you ready? Our quest is almost over. And when the time comes... Come on, let's get this show on the road.